Child support is calculated based on the person paying child support's salary. So it has nothing to do with how much you earn. It doesn't, like all these other factors that people think that are based on child support, it's really based on the amount of time that you have with the child and the other person, the person who's paying the child support, which we call the obligor's salary and financial resources. So you can go to the Attorney General's website. They've got a really great child support calculator. Just go Google Office of the Attorney General, Texas child support calculator, something like that, and it will pop up and you can get an exact calculation. You're gonna need your spouse's or the obligor's pay stub, so you know how much they're earning. You need to know, is there health insurance? What are the premiums for the child only? And you enter that information and it'll spit out a number so you can get a good estimate of what the child support's gonna be. Child support can be modified if the person loses their job or gets a pay raise or something like that. Those could be reasons for increasing child support. Sometimes the needs of the child have changed. Maybe now they have special needs that, like medications that have gotten expensive, or maybe they have special gifts and abilities that also need additional contributions from the other parent. Those could be reasons why you might want to do a modification on child support. If your ex misses child support, what can you do? Well, there's a couple things that you can do. If the child support payments are going through the Attorney General's office, you can open up a case with the Attorney General's office, and they will help you go through the process of collecting that child support. There are some caveats to that. Usually, it's going to be the state, so the state's interest in child support collection. They're not going to necessarily be interested in any of your personal things that you want to modify or collect on the child support. And it can take time through the Attorney General's office. They do have a backlog of cases. So that's when sometimes maybe you want to hire a private attorney to go collect the child support for you or to modify it. If they are making private payments directly to you, then you're going to need to build a history of, you're gonna have to basically create proof of the child support payments being missed. So that's why we tell clients it's usually best to just go through the child support office for your child support payments, because they'll keep a record that is automatically admissible into court, which is great. And you don't have to sit there and try to figure out proof like bank statements and receipts and things like that. Generally try not to accept cash as payment for the child support, because again, that's going to be hard to prove. And so if you're trying to enforce or modify child support, you're going to want to have good, clean records to help support your argument. How do you enforce child support orders? Well, you first have to have a nice, clear order. We've seen orders where it's not really clear, or they have these weird child support provisions. And so to increase your odds of having an enforceable order, make sure it's written well and clear. You can go and enforce the court order through the child support office, through the Attorney General. That has some pros and cons to it. Or you can hire a private attorney who can also do an enforcement. Luckily, unlike divorce, where there's a cooling off period and you have to wait, an enforcement is pretty straightforward. If you have a clear violation of a court order, you can file your petition, get the other person served, and set a trial date. You just, if you have your evidence already, great, go. If you need a little bit of time to collect your evidence, maybe some subpoenas or something, you get that done. But there is no, a lot of the delays that you experience through divorce are not necessarily present when you're trying to enforce an order. So it makes it a little bit more streamlined. If you want to learn more about child support modifications or enforcements, contact us at www.familylawdfw.